Welcome to the RJI Futures Lab, where we help you make your organization more innovative. I'm Ruben Stern. This week, 2 tools related to audience engagement, one that shows which stories are capturing attention, and another for hosting large-scale events online. CrowdTangle is a tool that shows in a single place which stories are getting traction across multiple social media platforms. Futures Lab reporter Berkeley Lovelace breaks down how it works.
CrowdTangle wants to help newsrooms find what content is popular across social media. It does this by setting a benchmark for certain topics. It then tracks if a specific story is getting higher engagement than normal.
So if you look at the overperforming content, a lot of times that's really highly engaging or good quality content.
Take a football story from a small Iowa newspaper. By using CrowdTangle, a national newsroom could see the story is getting above average buzz and decide to include it in their report.
I mean, we've had so many clients who have come to us, especially on the media side, and say, I saw this story in a dinky Iowa paper that, was kind of interesting to me, and I dug in a little bit, and it, became this huge story that I ended up writing kind of a long form piece on my site, and it was awesome.
There are 3 components to CrowdTangle's service. The first is a list tool that allows newsrooms to see what stories are most popular across social media. Then there's a leaderboard. Leaderboard ranks a newsroom's content against multiple others. Third is the tracking feed. Newsrooms can do keyword searches from all content that CrowdTangle is tracking. This helps with finding content around major events. Wright says these tools make it easier to find popular content.
If you look at everything across Facebook, it's going to be very noisy. You would see a lot of, baby photos and vacation photos, and that's not really helpful to, a media organization.
So, CrowdTangle looks at professional public pages instead of private feeds. Newsrooms can also set up custom email alerts to tell them if something is getting a lot of engagement. National news outlets like CNN, the Huffington Post, the New York Times, Vox, and Upworthy are using the tool.
BuzzFeed is another great example. They're using us pretty extensively, and they're seeing a lot of success with the content they're finding through us.
CrowdTangle is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. The company hopes to expand to other platforms like Reddit, Tumblr, and Snapchat by the end of the year. For the Futures Lab, this is Berkeley Lovelace.
CrowdTangle's service is aimed not only at news companies, but also at branding and nonprofit agencies too. Part TV show, part radio call-in, and part cocktail party. That's one way to describe a platform called Shindig. The Futures Lab's Daniel Shapiro shows us how the tool could be useful for news organizations.
Shindig's technology enables users to have an online experience similar to what happens when people get together in an actual room.
It allows you the freedom to engage with a large group as you choose. So you can engage with the speaker, be called up on the stage, discuss with them in front of the audience. You can talk to the speaker privately, and you can also be social in the audience and move around the audience and speak to anyone in the audience that you like.
Each Shindig chat room gets its own custom URL, which can then be sent out via email or posted publicly. Once users click on the URL, they enter an interactive chat room.
Everyone sees the other audience members. All one does is click on another audience member's image, and you're instantly connected in a video chat. It drops the speaker down to a background volume, and then the users can toggle foreground and background volume. People like to sit next to each other, not because they're going to talk over the speaker, but because at the opportune moments, they may comment back and forth about a particular idea or thing that was expressed.
Some outlets, such as CNN and Forbes, have used Shindig to conduct focus groups and large group chats where they directly interact with their audience.
I think it may be an interesting way of generating focus groups where people want to do man on the street. They can access a much larger audience and gain a sensibility. It may still be anecdotal. It still may not be a survey, but it may be more reliable than the 4 or 5 people a journalist might actually have ready at hand on the street. You can instantly load in and share, screen share, video, PDFs, music. You can even bring in other streams from around the web. So if there's a live event that's up on the web, you can bring that stream into Shindig and then do commentary around it. We get a lot of feedback that just being next to someone and knowing they can hear your sides is a powerful change in the dynamic.
A Shindig chat room can support anywhere from 2 to 1,500 people. For the Futures Lab, this is Daniel Shapiro.
Shindig can be used for events that are free and open to anyone, or it offers the ability to charge a fee to participate. Shindig events also can be recorded for future use. And that's it for this report from the RJI Futures Lab. I'm Ruben Stern. We'll see you in the future.